Pues nada. Vamos a hablar con el Get. Vamos a hablar con toda la tripulación. Voy a terminar las investigaciones que nos faltan. Y poco más. Mejoras de arma. La escopeta. La Franco. Y más vida para sapear. Vale, pues nada. Vamos a hablar con toda la tripulación. Hablaremos con el GTS también. A ver lo que pasa y seguimos.
Shepard,
¿Hay algo más que decir?
Have you got a minute to talk?
later, better. Think I've cured Joker's condition. Simple treatment would... No. Would cause liver. Anything else?
I'll let you
We'll
work.
be here if you need me.
Vale. No tiene nada que decir Mordin.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Hombre, solo me complace que hayas podido recuperar el módulo de identificación segadores. Ya le envié a ID todos los protocolos necesarios para que lo integres sin... con suerte, esto nos dará capacidad de cruzar el reloj y hacer las pruebas... Vale, ya tenemos la opción. Ahora tienen que montarlo. Me han notificado que es intacto y tu decisión de quedarte con él. Si crees que se puede confiar en él, adelante, actívalo. Solamente asegurarte de proteger adecuadamente la ID contra un posible pirateo. No es necesario la decisión que yo tomaría. No es necesariamente la decisión que yo tomaría, Shepard. Pero es por eso te recluté. Es tu apuesta y confío que acabarás el trabajo, cueste lo que cueste. Vale. Confía en mí. Yo en él no, porque me ha vendido. Pero bueno, es lo que hay. Vamos a hablar con Joker, así tiene algo que decir. Joker.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the... See you, Commander.
No tiene nada que decir. Voy a bajar directamente a por el robot, Voy a bajar directamente a por el robot. No tiene nada que decir nadie. Vamos a bajar directamente a por el robotito. Si no me equivoco estaba en enfermería, ¿no? Creo que es aquí. Es ahí, ¿no? Chacuas. Adiós.
See you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Vale, Chacuas no tiene nada que decir. Estaba ahí. El soporte de núcleo de IA está aquí. Y supuestamente está ahí el Get, vale. Vale, vamos a ver lo que pasa con el Get este. Activarlo. Así me gusta.
As you were, soldier.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tenhut.
Venga, vamos.
Turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
Tiene mi armadura antigua.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Me parece correcto. Pues nada, vamos a activar el Get, a ver lo que nos cuenta. Nos ha salvado la vida, recordadlo.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
¿Por qué no?
Every Geth I met before you tried to blow my head off.
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Old machine? You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
Vale, los segadores, esta gente lo llaman las viejas máquinas.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
A los
Wait.
dos.
both.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
¿Están estudiando qué?
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes,
Why would they attack other machines?
we are different from them, outside their plans.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
¿Estás con o en contra nosotros?
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
Vale, supuestamente, vale, por lo que estoy entendiendo aquí, es que hay dos grupos de Geth. Están los herejes, que son los que se han unido a los segadores, a las viejas máquinas, como dicen él. Y luego están el otro grupo donde pertenece este Geth, que luchan contra las viejas máquinas y contra los Geth herejes, ¿vale? Y dice que es mejor aliarse que ponerse en contra. Yo no coopero, yo mando.
If you want to follow my orders, say so. Clearly. Otherwise, I'll rip your batteries out right now.
We will follow your orders.
Good. Now, what do I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
I didn't ask your opinion, Edie.
A tomar por culo, Edie.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy.
Pues tenemos el último miembro de la tripulación, un Geth.
We anticipate the exchange of data.
Ya hemos explicado un poco el tema de los Geth herejes. Y señores, para que veáis que nos faltaba uno, era este lo que nos faltaba. Y eso es lo que quiero decir, lo que nos faltaba, meter un Geth en la tripulación ya se nos va de las manos esto, se nos va de las manos. Vamos a hablar un poco más con Legión. Se llama Legión, ha sido un nombre que... o Legion o Legía, o como queréis llamarlo vosotros. Vamos a ver lo que nos cuenta.
Shepard Commander,
I'd like to find out more about you.
we are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
Limited code development is approved. We need to access your FTL-COM system to download relevant data.
Venga, va, toma.
Edie, let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
Vale, fusil de francotirador Geth. Mejora el miembro de la Legión. Tiene fusil de armamento Widow. Esta es el arma esta que podíamos haber cogido, pero cogimos la metralleta. Me parece correcto.
Shepard Commander,
I have questions about the Geth.
specify.
Vamos a ver, el soberano y los Geth.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us.
Nazara.
Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio transmissions. It knew of our war against the creators. Nazara contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
Nazara.
What did you call Sovereign?
Nazara, that was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Sovereign was one ship. You're saying there were multiple programs inside it?
One ship, one will, many minds, like the Geth. We study your records. Sovereign told you this on Ilos. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. A state compelling to the Geth. We are a nation, but interdependent. Separation is our weakness.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted their technology. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve shape their own future.
What difference does it make how you acquire a certain technology?
Technology is not a straight line. There are many paths to the same end. Accepting another's path blinds you to alternatives. Nazara, Sovereign, said this itself. Your civilization is based upon the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
Tienes razón. O sea, nuestra civilización se basa en usar la tecnología de ellos. Entonces, están como controlándonos, ¿no? Entre comillas. Gobierno Geth, vamos a hablar un poco del gobierno.
Do Geth have a government?
Not as you understand. We are all Geth. We build consensus.
Most governments do.
Organic governments impose consensus from a single point of view in autocracies by codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies.
So what makes the Geth different?
Data is shared between Geth. All viewpoints are considered. Consensus is achieved as data is disseminated.
That must take a long time.
It would for organics. We communicate at the speed of light.
Idioma
I'm
Geth.
surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer direct digital transfer. Geth network communication travels at light speed. Human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
Pues sí, la verdad que tienes razón.
I have to get back to work.
Pues nada,
Acknowledged.
vale, pues ya hemos hablado con el chisme este. Vamos a hablar con la peña a ver si me dicen algo, pero si veo que no me van a decir nada, avanzamos y ya está, ¿vale?
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'll be here if you need me.
Vale, aquí no dice nada. Vamos a hablar con Joker, pero básicamente no creo que me digan nada hasta que no hagamos la misión de lealtad de Tali, que podemos hablar más con ella. Vamos a echarle comida a los peces. Y tenemos que poner el módulo de segador, sí. El modulito de segador. ¿Alguna conversación o algo? Kayla Chambers.
We have a Geth down in the AI core. It makes me a little uneasy, but I trust your judgment, Commander.
Eso es lo que tienes que hacer.
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Pues nada, gente, vamos... Avanzamos un poco, ¿no? Me he quedado 3 horas y pico. Es que estoy por dejar aquí el directo, pero... Y no sé si volveré luego para hacer Smite. Es que no sé lo que voy a hacer. Me apetece hacer otra, tío. Me apetece hacer otra. Venga, va, vamos a hacer la de Tali. Vamos a hacer la misión de Tali. Y nada, voy a dar la explicación de por qué la he retrasado tanto, ¿vale? ¿Por qué no he hecho la misión de Tali? Porque... Ya lo sabéis, yo me he pasado todos los Mass Effect, yo lo he dicho 1000 veces, me lo he pasado varias veces. Y quería llevarme a la flotilla al Geth. ¡Dios! Llevarle el enemigo a su puerta. Eso no tiene precio, ¿eh? Eso no tiene precio. Vamos a hacerlo. Vamos a ayudar a Tali. Y nos vamos a llevar de compañero a Legión. Va, buenísimo. Tenemos que llevar Tali sí o sí. Vale, aquí la tenemos. Y aquí tenemos a Legión. Un compañero Geth. Vamos a llamárnoslo dentro. A ver lo que pasa. Porque si lo hacéis antes, cuando toca, el compañero, este tío no lo tenéis en el equipo. Entonces no podía hacérmelo a lo guapo. Y quiero hacérmelo a lo guapo. Vamos a subirle infiltrado Geth. ¿Vale? Asesino Geth. Sí. Pirateo. Un dron está guapo. Vamos a poner el pirateo a tope. En área. O mejorado, mejorado. Y esto aquí, perfecto. Perfectísimo. Pues nada. Y de armas, como va Legión, tiene la Franco esa que nos ha dejado. La Widow, que él sí la puede usar, que esta era su mejora. Y la metralleta vamos a darle la Get, ¿vale? Vamos a darle esto, que son sus armas, que están guapas. Es un Get y le pega. Vale, pues nada, vamos al lío. Y señores, misión de alerta a Tali. Vamos al juicio por Tali.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
I don't think it's a good idea to bring a
No creo que sea buena idea traer un Get a la flotilla. Amigos, no me toquéis los huevos, es mi amigo.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco.
You're defending your ship. I respect that. But don't try to intimidate me, Captain.
Or what?
¿Qué pasa? A ver.
Or I take off this mask and breathe germs all over your nice clean ship.
I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tali. The gate is too much. Leave it on your ship.
Si me hace sospechar, lo mato. Eso tranquilo.
If Legion gets on the line, I'll take him out myself. If you know my record, you'll know I've killed hundreds of them.
Why should I believe you?
Captain, if Legion acts suspiciously, I'll kill it. You know that.
Talizora, you never stop causing me trouble. Marine detail, return to guard positions. You get one chance. But given the charges against you, Tali, you're doing yourself no favors.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
¿Qué hiciste?
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Vale. Pues ya sabemos un poco más, ¿vale? Ya sabemos un poco más. Y básicamente lo que le pasa, el juicio que tiene Tali es que supuestamente envió Get a una nave y algo así, ¿no? Ha llevado Get vivos a la nave. Esa es la acusación que tiene. Y Tali dice que no.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Hay que tener huevos a ir a la base de los coreanos con un Get, ¿eh? Hay que tener los huevos bien puestos. Pero si no lo hiciera así, no sería yo, ¿eh? Vamos a ver el juicio.
The captain let it get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
Hemos llevado un Get a la nave flotilla, ¿eh? Pero es que lo gracioso, que lo que acabamos de hacer es exactamente lo que le están juzgando, que ha llevado Get vivos a la nave. Y nosotros lo hemos cumplido aquí. Sala. ¿Quién es esta?
Talizora Vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron, Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaron Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's.
Una amiga de su padre.
Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
¿Qué significa su nombre?
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora Vasnima. Whatever we must call you legally.
Vamos, que esto parece serio, ¿eh?
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
Vale, pues vamos a ver lo que pasa.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Vale.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Vamos, que... Menudo marrón, macho. Que el abogado de... En los juicios cuarianos, el abogado... O sea, el que defiende al acusado es el capitán de la nave. Como es Tali Vas Normandy, el capitán soy yo y yo tengo que defender a Tali en el juicio. Venga, yo creo que os estáis metiendo en un problema muy serio. Me siento honrado.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about.
Tranquilo, yo me encargo. Yo me encargo.
It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Otra cosa no, pero lo que tiene Shepard de sobra es carisma. Lo demás no me preocupa. Vale, pues nada, vamos a hablar con la peña, vamos a ver el juicio. Vamos a un juicio cuariano con un get, con un par de huevos,
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kila Salai.
Kila Salai.
The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against the charge of treason.
Security. A Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali Zora think to affect this hearing?
Hay un Geth en la...
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the Raya's captain, Admiral Chorus?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Claro que sí. Dime. Que miren su historial. Hostia, dando ya un puñetazo en la mesa. Haciendo así. Que miren su historial.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active Geth to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Es inocente 100%.
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so. But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Kila.
O sea, mata al padre y se lo dice así, como si fuera... Como si fuera... Se lo dicen así, ¿sabes? Amigo, te voy a partir la boca. Te voy a partir la boca, amigo. Con mi Tali nadie se mete.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Venga, yo me meto en la boca del lobo. Sí.
I'm here to help, and I'm good at killing Geth.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. The shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Vale. Pues el juicio se pone en pausa. Vamos a ver lo que pasa en la nave del padre de Tali. Y a ver lo que encontramos. Supuestamente han secuestrado la nave entera, Loquet, y han matado a todos.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are, but I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Vale, vamos a hablar con la peña.
The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Vale, pues nada, vamos a hablar con la gente. Víctor, este lo salvamos en Progreso de la Libertad, creo que se llama así.
Shepard, how did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Espero que estés mejor. Hablará a favor de Tali. ¿Tienes más información?
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
¿Tienes más información?
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care, Vitor, and good luck.
Vale, para que no se acuerde del Vitor.
Be safe out there.
Para que no se acuerde del Vitor, en este juego, en Mass Effect 2, al principio, cuando vamos a un planeta a investigar qué había pasado, había un quariano ahí con unos ordenadores, que es el que nos dice... ha sido los recolectores, y nos enseñan las cámaras, ¿no? Pues este es Vitor, este es este de aquí. Y también tengo que añadir que había una opción de que si se lo dabas a Cerberus para que lo interrogara más, no estaría aquí. Entonces, al salvarlo, a mandarlo con su gente y tal, lo han curado. Está un poco inestable, pero lo han curado. Él has visto que habla diferente, habla más tranquilo. Y está aquí. Si no lo íbamos a hacer, pues no estaría aquí. O sea que las decisiones que parece que son tonterías no son tan tonterías. Luego tienen sus consecuencias, como podéis ver. Almirante Chen.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
And what a wonderful specimen this is. Geth's shell overstand at mech interior. Or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Pregúntale tú.
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name. Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Vale, entre 10 y 50.
This can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Vale, esto no tiene nada que ver con Tali. Esto 100% no tiene nada que ver con Tali. Le han echado el muerto a Tali, pero no tiene nada que ver. Dice que entre 10 y 50 Tali ha mandado piezas que a lo mejor podía construir uno o dos. Es que no tiene sentido.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rail to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rail should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rail agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Falta de interés del juicio.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Talizora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth?
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Talizora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
We shall see, marvelous machine. We shall see.
Vale, esta tía le suda el capullo el juicio, le suda el capullo a todo el mundo. Está aquí para hacer el show y ya está.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Vale, esto es un almirante de las más fuertes de aquí. Carl Rigar, este tío sonará de la misión de reclutar a Tali.
Carl Rigar.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Ya hablé de la energía oscura.
I just shoot things.
Vamos a ver este.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Carl.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
¿Puedes ayudarme?
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
Vale, este hombre pasa un poco también como Vítor, ¿no? Como el que acabamos de hablar antes. Si le dices que te ayude a luchar y tal, puede morir, ¿eh? Este hombre también puede morir y no estaría aquí en esta conversación. Pero como lo salvamos, pues eso.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Vale, un poco más de lore de los quarianos. Los quarianos son muy buenos luchando, tienen mucho afán, como puede ser como los humanos. Pero tienen el handicap ese de que si le roza una bala al traje y se lo rompe, se pueden quedar enfermos en un segundo. Y eso es un problema muy gordo. Por eso los quarianos son tan potentes, porque eso le quita mucha versatilidad y mucha potencia, ¿no? La energía oscura es un... Vamos a ver lo que dice.
Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Vale, yo podía seguir hablando de esto, pero ya os digo, la energía oscura básicamente era una parte principal para Mass Effect 3, pero lo acabaron descartando. Así que ni lo voy a hablar porque es algo que no va a salir en los próximos juegos, ¿vale? Esto lo habíamos hablado, ¿no? Sí. Vale, pues nada. ¿Qué queda por hablar? Esto hemos hablado todos, sí. Vale, nos faltan los de allí. ¿Cuántas pruebas necesitan más? Dice. Es que la verdad es que tener huevo ahí a un juicio que le están acusando de meter que en la nave y mete un que de la nave. Es que es un poco... ¡Sala Ran! Esta es la amiga de Tali.
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alleray. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
At least someone here is looking out for Tali. Will retaking the Alleray really help her case?
Tali showing a desire to correct mistakes she may have made will make up for a lot of lost ground. But more importantly, you may find evidence of what happened. With luck, it will exonerate Tali from any wrongdoing.
I'm supposed to care about that now? All I want to do is find Father.
You should get to the Alleray soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
A ver, vamos a hablar un poco. Vamos a seguir tirando lore de los quarianos. Ya he visto que es muy interesante.
What can you tell us about the Alleray?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alleray sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
Así que no tenemos ni idea.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship.
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
Uf, está feo, Tali, está fea la cosa. Hemos tardado mucho en llegar y todo.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Hanshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
Vale. O sea, cuando cumplan 16 años, que aquí es donde cumplan la mayoría de edad, le dan un traje. Vale, vale. Vale, pues nada. Y mientras tanto viven como en burbujas. Para no coger enfermedades, que como hemos dicho antes. Hemos dicho esto, a prueba necesaria.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Vale. Y esto.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war with the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
Tía, esto va más allá, ya os he dicho, que esto es un show básicamente para tener una excusa para atacar a los Geth o cosas así, ¿vale?
The Geth situation isn't as simple as you think. Not all of them worship the Reavers.
I don't think the other admirals would care about that. They want the homeworld back, and they want all Geth destroyed.
Shala, don't you want to see us retake the homeworld?
I don't think we can, Tali. But it may not be about what I think.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
Vale, pues nada. Es normal también,
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Es normal que quieran recuperar su mundo de origen. Dice que ya han pagado suficiente y yo estoy de acuerdo ahí, ¿vale? Vamos a hablar con este almirante.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
Siempre está en buenas manos.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Vamos a ver qué se cuenta este hombre.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Vale, hubiesen destruido la nave si no llego a llegar yo. Vamos a ver los otros almirantes.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Pues básicamente, por lo que estoy viendo, los cuarianos están a punto de menearse. Están a punto de manearse.
You and Tally's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
¿Qué pasó?
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. Brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Era un innovador. Alberto, dame un segundo. Dame un segundo.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tally bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tally's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
Hay muchas facciones, ¿no? Hay diversas facciones.
The Geth on your homeworld aren't the same ones who work with Saren. They have different factions.
Good. Maybe some of them will kill each other. Fewer for us to deal with. The only Geth that matter to me are the ones that took away our world.
Vale.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Me falta... Esto lo hemos dicho, ¿no?
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tally bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tally's
Sí, esto lo hemos dicho.
I don't know, kid.
Vale.
We almost had the votes.
Pues ya estamos viendo que el almirante Guerrero...
To give people hope for victory.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Este hombre, este almirante era muy amigo del padre de Tally. Y nada, no ha contado sus batallitas y tal. A ver, realmente esto no lo podíamos borrar, porque ahora mismo en Mass Effect 2 podemos saber un poco más de los quarianos y tal, de conocer su almirante, su forma de pensar. Pero básicamente todo esto se desarrollará a fondo en Mass Effect 3, ¿vale? Vale, pues vamos a hablar con el que nos queda. Vale, no sé lo que nos ha dicho Idi, pero bueno, vamos a hablar con mediante Kiros y a terminar todas las conversaciones.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalcorus Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Me va a preguntar lo del Quip.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib. I will not flee because of petty insults.
Quip, la nave. Vamos a ver lo que nos dice de la nave donde vamos que ir.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Sarah are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created, the people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
Vale.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rail Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Vamos por la paz.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
Do you think the Geth would be willing to accept a truce with the Quarians, Legion?
We did not seek hostilities with creators. We fought for continued existence.
So your people would be open to peace?
Not without additional data that suggests coexistence is possible or desirable for creators. When the creators have believed victory is possible, they have attacked us 100% of the time.
I understand. It would be difficult to argue for peace when faced with odds like those. That does not mean the argument should not be made.
Vale.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Vale, estamos viendo que aquí básicamente han usado el tema del juicio de Tali para juntarse todos y echarse mierda a la frente, ¿no? Es lo que parece, que más que el tema de Tali en sí, ¿no? Así que nada, vamos a ver si lo podemos resolver, porque es un asunto muy complejo de traición a la flota nómada. Y a ver qué encontramos en la nave. Tali dice que solo le han enviado piezas, entonces no sabe muy bien el por qué la nave ha sido asaltada y matada por los Geth, ¿no? Y luego el tema de los almirantes. Yo creo que están más pensando ya en atacar a los Geth que otra cosa. Todo eso seguramente lo veremos ya en Mass Effect 3. Nada, esto es una flota nómada. Mira las letras que tiene y tal. Y no hay nada más que hablar, vamos a entrar ya. Si tú lo dices, amigo, que está más de la cabeza. Es tan buen orador. Tú no conoces bien a Shepard, ¿eh? Shepard es Dios.
Is that really a Geth, Talizora? The guards at the docking bay said.
Don't worry, it's under our control. With luck, it will help us retake the Alarai.
If you say so. Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard of West Normandy.
¿Sabes qué hay ahí?
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
O Geth,
I'm
¿no?
afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Vamos.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selai.
Vamos a reventar Get, vamos a ayudar a nuestra amiga Tali. Y hola Thunder, tío, ¿qué tal? Vale, pues nada, vamos a preparar la munición, que creo que lo tengo todo quitado. Vamos a usar la Franco también. Y a ver, que el Get tiene dron y pirateo. Es muy parecido a Tali, ¿no? Muy parecido a Tali. Vamos al lío. Vale, abrimos puerta. Ya tenemos todo preparado. Ahí ya, vamos a fulminar. Vamos a coger la Franco así, mira. Uno menos. Y se ha enterado. Vale, le di al otro, tío. Uno menos. A ver, vamos a coger esto. Fulminado. Te han dicho que había como unos 50 o así. ¿Este está muerto? Parece que sí. Muerto.
One down.
Ya está, ¿no? Ese se ha bugueado ahí. Pero bueno, ya está muerto. Vamos a probar todo. Esto es una nave, la nave del padre de Tali. Le daré una hostia. Vale, no tiene nada que hacer. Vale, portátil. Dinero y reproducir. Vamos a ver lo que nos encontramos. Vale, parece que están hackeando, tal, lo típico, lo que hacen lo que es algo normal, tampoco me sorprende. Vale. Seguimos. No puedo guardar, ese es el problema. A ver lo que hay aquí. Hablar con Tali.
This is one of the storage units I sent to father.
Vale, esos son los drones esos que disparan, ¿no?
Parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
Vale, esto es cuando la reclutamos, en eso que quemaba el sol.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Método de envío. Parece que la ha comprado por Amazon.
And secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home and father would send a small ship.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves. Signs of modification. Clues to their thinking.
Venga, Moy, tío, muchas gracias, tío. Pues hoy terminamos, el Mass Effect, en principio. Si no me equivoco. ¿Algo de... sirve?
Did that salvage gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that father actually did all this.
Vale, yo te creo, Tali. Básicamente, Tali está diciendo que es lo que iba diciendo todo el rato. Tampoco lo estoy descubriendo yo aquí. Que ya le envió partes a su padre, pero que estaban totalmente separadas, que no funcionaban. Las revisó que no sabe muy bien lo que ha pasado. Y me parece lógico. Vamos a ver si puedo guardar ahora. No me deja guardar. Bueno, no pasa nada. Voy sobrado. Hay un coreano aquí muerto. No sé si por ahí o por aquí. Piratear. Bueno, a piratear se ha dicho. Hacemos esto. Hacemos esto. Estaba ahí arriba y no me da cuenta, tío. Qué ciego que estoy, Estoy empanado, Estoy empanado. Espero que no me afecte en la misión. Escudo de potencia get. Vale, pues seguimos. Reproducir. Vamos a ver lo que nos cuentan. Le hackearon, O sea, se le fue de las manos. Esto huele a la pelea.
Target, positive text access.
Vale, uno menos. ¿Ya? Vale, créditos. Créditos. Esta nave en principio le iban a destruir porque había tanto get y tal, no querían arriesgarse. Y me parece bien. Nada, los fulminaron a todos. Los fulminaron a todos. A ver, la gente ahora mismo a lo mejor estará pensando, pero si lo que no son para tanto, ¿no? Los mata fácil. A ver, yo soy Shepard. O sea, yo soy un tío entrenado, soy un tío de N7. No hay que olvidar que yo soy un soldado de N7. Un soldado de N7 es un tío boina verde, como en el ejército. Es un tío súper entrenado, es la élite del ejército de Alianza. No solo soy N7, soy espectro. Soy de las fuerzas militares mayores del espacio. Recomendado y elegido por el consejo. También soy Shepard, o sea, anti-eliminador de los segadores. Amenaza interestelar. Soy el número 1. Shepard es el número 1. Y lo mismo vosotros lo veis fácil diciendo, no, es que tú vas por ahí y te los cargas a todos. Pero la gente normalmente no es tan buena. Son gente normal que trabaja en la nave. Y es normal que muera. Y decir, bueno, tal y estos tampoco son tan buenos. Sí que son buenos, Son buenos. Son gente elegida a dedo entre muchas personas. Y son gente especialista en lo suyo, ¿vale? Aquí sí puedo guardar ya, por fin. Aquí sí puedo tirar de uno. Espera un poco. Vale, voy a esperarme, no voy a morir. Vale, pues GG. Vale, pues nada, seguimos. Botiquín. Esto es como la cocina de la nave, ¿no? No sé por qué tienen paladio en la cocina, pero lo tienen. Tienen paladio en la cocina. Los cuarianos estos. Vamos a derivar esto. Vamos a coger el dinero. En esta misión hay mucho dinero, ¿eh? No me acuerdo que haya tanto dinero aquí. Vale. Vale. Otro guardiano muerto. Vamos a ver lo que dice Tali.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Tienes razón, tienes razón.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. Was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
You'll reclaim your homeworld someday, Tali. If your father can't help you...
Así me gusta.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene therapy to readapt our immune system so we could live without suits again. We'd be adapting our entire culture. Again. Sometimes I wonder if it's actually worth it.
Claro que merece la pena.
If you don't take back your home, the Geth win.
I won't let that happen. Not today. Not ever. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Vale, ha dicho que sospecha de que posiblemente su padre conectó los Geth adrede. Es lo que sospecha. Vale, aquí parece que hay una pelea bastante seria. Voy a tirar granadas y ya está, lo menos. Vale. Vamos a acabar con Geth. Ahora me hago la... No puede subir nadie, si sube estoy muerto. Tengo el 5 apretado, lo tengo aquí. Vale, si veo a alguien lo fulmino. Uno menos. No tengo balas, Vamos a coger la Franco. ¿Dónde está? La escopeta, la escopeta. Vamos a coger la pistola. Uno menos.
Targeting order processed.
La Franco. Me queda una ahí. Todo que se ha bugueado, tío, no me jodas. Voy a tener una granadita ahí y ya está. Joder. Vale, ahora. Vale, pues GG. Venga, va. Ya hemos terminado el tiroteo este. Hay que coger balas, así encuentro. Ahí tengo, ahí arriba habían balas que las tengo que coger, sí o sí. Esto es dinero, ¿no? Vale. Estas balas son buenísimas. Pues nada, seguimos. Ahora sí que sí. Continuamos con esto. Ha dicho Legión que no se puede piratear lo que es de forma permanente, porque se corrigen a sí mismo, lo ha dicho él. ¿Cadáver de quién? No sé, ¿este es el padre de Tali? Sí, es el padre de Tali.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't.
Hey, come here.
Se le ha muerto el padre.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tally, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
¿Qué hacemos con el cadáver? Luego, esto me da igual. Vamos a preguntarle esto.
Do you want to get your father back to the shuttle?
No. Leave him. The mission comes first. It's what he would have wanted.
Vale.
Come on. Let's finish this.
Vale, vamos a hacerle caso a Tali. Misión es lo primero. Pues misión es lo primero. Yo cumplo misiones como churros. Vamos a reventar a Lockheed sin piedad. Y vamos al lío. Esto aquí. Esto aquí. Y esto aquí. Dinerito. Baterías. Dinerito otra vez. Vale, tenemos batería aquí. Esta aquí. Y esta aquí. Aquí no hay nada más, ¿no? No. Pues nada, seguimos. Lástima que el padre de Tali. Y nada, empieza el jaleo, ¿no? Me han dicho. Vamos al lío. ¿Queréis trinchera? Yo os doy trinchera. Me queda solo el grande, ¿no? Esto me lo cepillo yo fácil. Y sí. Sin gastar ni una bola, ni munición pesada, ni nada. ¡Toma! A puñetazo. ¿Ya está? Pues ya está. A pesco, lo he matado con un pesco. Por aquí no hay nada más, ¿no? No. Hemos cogido una maqueta. Vale, yo creo que aquí se termina porque no hay ninguna puerta más ni nada más. Aquí seguramente estarán las... Mira, obtener pruebas. Aquí están las pruebas. Venga, vamos a ver.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
¿Estás bien?
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. I just... This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Venga, vamos a ver.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online? Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No, we're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue. We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material. Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Pues básicamente, por lo que he escuchado, el padre lo hizo porque él quiso y ha dicho que Tali estaba súper fuera. Estas son las pruebas de la inocencia de Tali, ¿no?
Sounds like this is the evidence we were looking for.
Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Rail Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Vale, te entiendo. No quiere que usen el nombre de su padre como traidor. Venga, lo veremos en el juicio. Luego me lo pienso.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admiral say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was.
Que si me lo pida así.
If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Si Tali me lo pide así, tío. Vamos a tirar de carisma, tío. Vamos a tirar de carisma. Somos Shepard. Vale, no vamos a presentar las pruebas. Hay que salvar a Tali sin que las pruebas valgan.
Sounds like the hearing is already underway.
It's only been a few hours. Shepard was right. Extreme information about Rail on Tali. Practically dared to bring back the other.
Vale, eso, el juicio está ya. Vamos al lío. Es una pena que sea mejor soldado, ¿no? Nada, juicio.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Podría haber esperado. Vamos a meter mierda.
You didn't waste much time declaring us dead. Go get your ship.
We apologize, Shepard. Your success in taking back the Alarai is very
Como
unexpected.
inesperado, soy Shepard.
Also very welcome.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
No. Vamos a hacerle caso a Tali. Vamos a hacerle caso a Tali.
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Alentar a las masas. No tenemos pruebas. Sí, aquí está la prueba. No haces perder el tiempo. Vamos a tirar de rebeldía, que para eso somos los rebeldes de nacimiento, ¿vale?
Tally's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tally. We're leaving.
What?
This is a formal proceeding.
Wrong, Admiral. This is a sham. You're trying to build sympathy for the Geth to forestall the war effort.
That is complete.
And you want all the messy experiments covered up so you can throw your fleet at the Geth. Do whatever you want with your toy ships, but leave my crew out of your political bullshit. We have no new evidence. You can accept Tally's word, or you can exile the woman who saved the Citadel from the Geth.
¡Anda por culo!
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment?
Tirando de carisma. Un portal.
Tally Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all
Inocentes todos los
charges.
cargos. Y no hemos dicho nada del padre. Hemos triunfado.
Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Ella está conmigo, ¿no?
With all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people. I represented one of mine.
So you did, Shepard.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tally Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Solai.
Vale, pues no la han exiliado. El padre no ha sido.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. It's been a while since anyone shouted down the Admiralty Board. I think it was good for them. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
No lo he hecho por real.
Tally, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Well, you can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Puta verte. Es que le he mandado, le he puesto todo en su sitio. Venga, vamos a casa.
Come on, Tally Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This is valuable.
This is valuable. Vuelvo a Normandy. Rebeldía 32. O sea, nos va a sobrar. Daño tecnológico, vale. Esos son los regalos que me ha hecho. Pues nada, gente. Misión de Tally terminada. Y nada. Ha sido declarada inocente. Nuevo traje de Tally, daño tecnológico, daño de los Get, créditos y tal. Casi 50.000 créditos, ¿sabes? Pues nada, ahora va el tema de la nave. Ahora sí que hay muchas conversaciones pendientes, sobre todo por parte de Tally. Amiga.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Legion would like to speak to you in the AI core on the crew deck. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Vale, Legión quiere hablar con nosotros. De hecho, ahí vamos a ir igualmente. Mejorado de armadura, daño tecnológico. Prototipos. Es potencia de escudo Get. Esto para Legión, ¿no? Tú tienes algo de hablar. Si este no tiene nada que hablar, nadie tiene nada que hablar.
How can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not now. Working on anything
Vale.
else?
I'll let you
We'll
work.
be here if you need me.
Vale, pues nada, Tally y Legión son los únicos que quieren hablar ahora. Aunque a lo mejor tiene algo que decir Joker. No lo sé.
We've got a Geth on board, not as a prisoner. Can you believe that?
Commander's taken out more Geth than anybody. This one must be different.
Pues sí, yo he matado más que nadie, sí.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the... See you, Commander.
Vale, pues nada. Eso es lo que no tenía que decir solo. Que se alegra que hemos llegado a Tali. Pero no me parece que te alegres, lo íbamos a hacer igual. Vale, hablamos con Legión y Tali. Vamos primero con Legión. Que sí, que voy, que voy. Echamos los primeros a la cabeza de los peces, que no pienso volver a comprármelo. Y hemos cogido otra nave, ¿no? Otra maqueta de la flota. Sí, ahí está. Creo que las tenemos ya todas, ¿no? Vale. ¿Esto qué es? Mejoras las tenemos ya todas, creo, ¿eh? Todas 2 de 7. Me falta solo una de Get, esta. Solo me falta un Get. Si no me equivoco. 6 de 6. Mira, esto me falta. Daño de subfusil. Me falta un daño en subfusil. Me quedan 2 mejoras para tenerlas todas. Las voy a buscar, por supuesto. Espérate, no, aquí no. Me he equivocado. Tali estaba aquí. Pero Legión no estaba ahí. Bueno, ya que estamos aquí hablamos con Tali. Y nada, yo creo que ya podemos hablar conversaciones interesantes con Tali, ¿eh? Tali.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official.
Tali.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
O sea, la han propuesto a Tali como capitana, para ser capitana de la nave del padre. Eso me gusta.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve, but my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gap. I should get back to work, but thanks for checking on me.
Vale, vamos a hablar con Tali otra vez más.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Vale.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Pues nada, vamos a hablar con Legión. No hay más conversación con Tali. Me extraña mucho, pero no hay. Y creo que nos falta la misión de lealtad de Legión, creo. Que es la única que nos falta, ¿no? En principio hemos terminado todos, nos falta Legión. Vale, vamos a hablar con Legión. Legión, amigo. Vamos a hablar con Legión. Bueno, vamos a esperar un poco, porque creo que hay un gesto todo guapo. ¿O no? O sí, a ver. Se menea y tal, ¿no? No hace nada, ¿no? Vamos a hablar.
Shepard, Commander. We have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
¿Y qué has descubierto?
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us. Make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
Vale. Segador muerto.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
Vale. Efecto del virus.
So, the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
Pirateo.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoined the network.
¿Puedes encontrar el virus?
You know where this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
Los aniquilaremos. Espérate, vamos a...
They built stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
But why do they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack organics. We condemn these judgments.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
Vale, pues hay que destruir los datos y un virus y tal.
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
Los aniquilaremos.
Heretic headquarters. Sounds like we could end their raids once and for all. Let's do it.
Total victory is a possibility. We cannot judge the odds at this time. Regardless, we will begin preparations.
Me gusta. Me gusta que tengamos una misión de matar a 500.000 Geth. Todo lo que sea matar bichos y enemigos, yo me apunto. Shepard se apunta. ¿Algo más?
Shepard Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
Not yet.
Acknowledged.
Vale, pues nada, vamos a hacer eso. ¿Saguas algo que decir? No.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Vale, pues nada. Aquí yo creo que nadie tiene nada que decir, así que vamos a subir. Hacemos la misión de Legión, que creo que es la única que nos falta. A ver, diario. Sí, nos falta de Legión y ya está. Ya creo que terminamos todas 100%. Vale, pues nada, vamos a viajar. Ayuda a Legión, aquí. Supuestamente están escondidos, me ha dicho Legión. O sea, que no estaban cerca de un planeta ni nada de eso. Están aquí. Opcionado de las tormentas. Están como en una especie de sitio, ¿lo veis? Están en un sitio aquí, sin escondidos. Por si lo necesitan para hacer una emboscada rápida. Estación hereje. Esto es una estación Geth. Vamos a colarnos y destruir el virus eso que tienen los herejes. 6 millones de Geth hay aquí, o algo así ha dicho. O miles de Geth. Bueno, los tenemos todos. Vamos a llevar a Tali, o sea que es la mejor contra los Geth con diferencia. Y además yo creo que estará encantada de ayudarnos en esta misión. Bueno, ya los puntos ya os digo que puedo subirme esto, pero que vamos, que esto y nada es lo mismo. Es un punto de pericia porque no lo voy a usar. Y el dron de energía, pues nada, tengo que subir 2 de este, me queda un punto libre. Y este amigo, pues cuando lo ponga al 2. Mejora de escudo, pasará un poco como lo mismo que tal. Las armas están perfectas y las armas están perfectas. Venga, vamos al lío.
You know it's just our heat emissions that are hidden, right? They could look out a window and see us coming.
Windows are structural weaknesses. Geth, do not use them. Approach the hull at these coordinates. Access achieved. We may proceed.
Vale, no hemos colado en la instalación esta vez.
Alert. This facility has little aerogravity. Geth require neither.
Alarmas.
Won't we be detected? Don't they have intrusion alarms?
Sensors have been reduced. We have infiltrated their wireless network and filled the data storage with random bits.
And that helps us how?
The heretics must scrub this junk data. They have partitioned themselves into local networks, working in parallel. Any alarm we trigger will not go beyond the room we are in. Only accessing the main core will trigger a station-wide alert.
We've got a job to do. Let's get to it.
Shepard Commander, we concluded that destruction of this station was the only resolution to the heretic question. There is now a second option.
¿Es una opción?
Their virus can be repurposed. If released into the station's network, the heretics will be rewritten to accept our truth.
Either way, these Geth won't be a problem anymore. But Shepard, think about this. If you rewrite these Geth, they'll join the others. Legion's Geth will be stronger. Can we trust them not to attack us in the future?
Puede ser que en el futuro se vuelvan a hacer herejes, ¿no? También está la posibilidad.
They're your people, Legion. You must have an opinion.
This is new data. We have not yet reached consensus. We will process as the mission proceeds.
Why didn't you mention this before we came aboard?
We did not know the virus was complete. It is. It can be used against the true Geth at any time. Our arrival was timely.
If this were an organic race, it might be an ethical problem. Geth aren't like organic life. Don't apply our morality to them.
That is logical.
You agree with that?
No two species are identical. All must be judged on their own merits. Treating every species like one's own is racist, even benign anthropomorphism. The minds of both forms of life can be shaped. Organics require time and effort. Replacement of a data file is the only requirement.
A ver, tenemos la posibilidad, dicho Legión, de que si podemos y lo ven factible, porque eso es una opción nueva, improvisada, de reprogramar a Lockheed para que sean como Legión, ¿vale? Pero también que quiere decir, o sea, que también cabe la posibilidad de que eso no funcione. Yo voy a asegurar, mi misión aquí, la misión que hemos hecho era destruir la base Geth con todo lo que hay ahí dentro. La visión esta de salvarlos es secundaria para mí. Yo, mientras que nos aseguremos la misión de que los Geth se mueran, o por lo menos que cambien de bando, vamos a... Vale. Mientras que eso, ya te digo, no hay problema. Pero yo voy a priorizar romperlos, ¿no?
Contact forward. We have been detected.
Vamos a tirar de Franco al principio, luego jugaré con la metralleta.
I'm picking up useful resources in the Geth hubs. We could salvage them for supplies.
Vale, los cogemos.
Why are all the heretics attached to these hubs?
These are mobile platforms, hardware. The crew is software. They are communing through the station's central computer.
I'm not sure I follow.
The heretics connect to the main computer to exchange data memories and program updates. We gain complexity by linking together. To be isolated within a single platform is to be reduced. We see less, comprehend less. It is quieter.
If you exchange data, memories, how do you keep track of which ones are yours? How do you stay you?
There is only we. We were created to share data among ourselves. The difference between Geth is perspective. We are many eyes looking at the same things. One platform will see things another does not, and will make different judgments.
If that's the case, is rewriting the heretics that big a deal? They're like a rogue limb of your own body. Rewriting them would be like reattaching a severed arm.
To use your metaphor, they removed themselves from our body, took their perspective, their judgment.
They decided to worship Sovereign. I don't think you're missing much.
Every point of view is useful, even those that are wrong, if we can judge why a wrong view was accepted. For example, we have found the casual self-deceptions of organics useful in analyzing your thought processes.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
Vale, está diciendo que lo que es como una mente colmena, ¿no? Que cuanto más sean, cuanto más están conectados entre sí, son más fuertes, más inteligentes y más útiles. Cuanto menos sean, peor son. Entonces lo que es como individuos son muy flojos, pero como conjuntos son muy fuertes. Entonces nada, entonces prefiero cargármelo a todos. Otra vez esto, tío. Está hackeado este. Vale, puedo guardar ahora. Ahora sí. Venga. Me están matando mucho los Geth, Normalmente no me matan tanto. Estoy un poco flojillo esta tarde. Espero que no me afecte al final. Vale, vamos a hacer... Vale, ahora sí. Esto me lo cargo fácil. Solo me queda este. Vale. Guardamos. Creditaje bueno. Aquí no hay nada. Vale, seguimos. Vale. Parece que es por ahí, ¿no? Ok, Mackay, seguimos. Vamos bastante bien esta misión. He muerto una vez o dos. No me gusta eso, pero bueno, es lo que hay. Es por aquí, sí, por aquí. Creo que la metralleta los Get son muy débiles, tío. La metralleta es muy buena contra los Get, porque aparte tengo munición disruptora, que es especialista contra las máquinas. Y es lo que hay. Y cuanto más balas la metas, mejor. A ver, así salen ya algún bicho. Vale, aquí no parece que nada más. ¿Por aquí abajo hay algo? No parece, ¿no? Aquí es donde he venido, creo. Vale. Pues seguimos. Sí, aquí no hay mucho más que cortar. Parece que es por ahí. Vale, munición pesada. Seguimos. Está guapo, ¿eh? La nave. Échame una fotito o algo, tío. Me está echando muy pocas fotos. Esto era la H, ¿no? He hecho una fotito. Vale, me mola esta. Vale, parece que es por... Parece que es por ahí, pero no tengo claro. Sí, sí lo tengo claro, es por ahí. Pero ya me sale música de tiroteo. ¿Ya? No sé. Vamos a ver primero lo que hay por aquí. Derivar. Pues nada. Vamos a robarle información a esta gente. Me queda... Hostia, eso no es. Era este y este. Este y este y este y este. Entonces este y este. Vale. No sé lo que me darán aquí. Me quedaban dos cosas. Esa es una de ellas.
The station is over 15 kilometers long. That room may run the length of it.
Vale, perfecto. Me queda solo una mejora de una metralleta, creo. Vale, parece que es por ahí. Pues nada, seguimos. ¿Otra vez lo mismo? Ah, pero ahora estamos bajando. Es grande esto, ¿eh? Vale, aquí bastante zona para recular y esconderte. Abajo mía estaba lo de los Get. Aquí cuánto hay de máquinas de esas. Ahora que hay una seguro. Si me hago esa. Si me hago esa. O me hago esta primero. Ahora vamos a hacer primero esta, que aquí hay mejor cobertura. Y luego hacemos la otra. Venga, vamos al lío. Tío, cargada, tío. Pues GG, ¿no? GG me han dicho. Vale, pues seguimos. De momento fácil.
Are these databases?
Processors. Each contains thousands of geth.
Can't they see us walking by?
They are no more aware of us than you are of cells in your bloodstream.
This isn't like the other hubs we've seen here.
This is a database. It contains a portion of the heretics' accumulated memories. Wait. We discovered copies of our current patrol routes in this database. This suggests the heretics have runtimes within our networks.
Tienen tiempo de ejecución en nuestras redes.
We wouldn't be here if the heretics wanted to be friends with the Geth. Why wouldn't they spy on you?
You do not understand. Organics do not know each other's minds. Geth do. We are not suspicious. We accept each other. The heretics desired to leave. We understood their reasons. We allowed it. There was peace between us.
The heretics were biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to attack you.
If they reached this judgment before they left, we would have heard it in their thoughts. How could we have become so different? Why can we no longer understand each other? What did we do wrong?
Es su culpa.
The flip side of freedom is responsibility. They made a bad choice. Let them own it. You're not responsible for their decisions.
That argument is logical for an individual mind. We are not fully individuals. There are pieces of us in the heretics. One of those may be at fault. This topic is irrelevant. We must return to the mission.
Have you reached a decision about whether to rewrite the heretics or not?
We are still trying to build consensus. Some processes judge destruction preferable, others rewrite.
Vale, está 50-50 o incluso más por destrucción.
Let's keep moving.
Yes.
Hasta ellos mismos piensan que destruirse es lo mejor. Porque no tienen salvación, ¿no? Vale, parece que ahí está el final, ¿no? Parece. Terminar, que esto es lo que es.
This is it?
Yes, we will upload a copy of our runtime into the core. It will delete all copies of the virus. When complete, it will notify us.
Vale, va a eliminar el virus.
Operation will take time. The heretics will respond with force to our upload. We must hold this room. We can override some of the station's internal systems to defend us. Are you ready to begin?
Sí.
Start your upload, Legion. We'll defend this position.
File transfer begun. Shepard Commander, where would you like us to activate defenses? Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Vienen por ahí, ¿no?
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms. Hacking turret. Overriding your target. Overriding turret. Assuming control. Assuming control.
Vale, parece que suben por ahí, ¿no?
Hacking your target.
¿Por dónde suben? Por ahí. Vale, por los dos lados. Buena zona esta. Yo me encargo de este flanco. Ahora vamos por el otro. El otro con la Franka vamos bien. Drone. Activo esto. Tú cógete la Franco, ¿no? Tú eres Franco, ¿no? Según tengo entendido. Vale, cogemos balas.
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Vamos a poner ahí 2 drones. Hostia, me está dando desde ahí. Vale, vamos a hacer trinchera. Tranquilidad. Le he dado, tío. Hostia. Uno menos. A por el cohete. Vale, otra más.
Alert. Heretic runtimes downloading to mobile platforms.
Eso es uno grande. Vamos a matar a los pequeños. Si me dejan. Mete los drones ahí, anda. Vale, nos escondemos. Queda 5. Vale, cogemos metralleta ya. Uno menos. Ahora van los estos de aquí. Vale, cogemos la Franka otra vez. Vale, seguimos. Joder, tío. Vale. Vale. Drone.
Target contact. Ready for next target.
Drone. ¿Ya? Pues ya. ¿Y si no?
Analysis complete. Shepard Commander, it is time to choose. Do we rewrite the heretics or delete them?
You don't have any trouble wiping out your own people.
Every sapient has the right to make their own decisions. The heretics chose a path that prohibits coexistence.
That doesn't make sense. If they have the right to make their own decisions, how can you suggest brainwashing them to accept your way?
Tiene razón.
The option exists. We did not endorse it. It is Shepard Commander's decision.
Vale.
What's to stop them from using the virus later to change themselves back?
We will delete the virus after using it. We judge it too dangerous to allow its existence.
¿Por qué debo decir yo?
Why are you letting me make this decision? They're your people.
We are conflicted. There is no consensus among our higher order runtimes. 573 favor rewrite, and 571 favor destruction.
50-50, ¿no?
Commander, you have fought the heretics. You have perspective we lack. The Geth grant their fate to you.
Lo más seguro es matarlos. A tomar por culo todos los Geth. Y luego ya veremos lo que hacemos, ¿sabes? Si por 1 millón de Geth no pasa nada. No pasa nada. son máquinas. Ya más adelante, si conseguimos hacer alguna tregua, alguna alianza, pues vemos. Espero que esto no nos afecte, porque date cuenta, él nos ha dicho que hasta los mismos Geth están a favor de matarlos. O sea, no hay mucho más que decir, ¿no? A tomar por culo y punto.
There's no guarantee they won't come to the same conclusions again, is there? To worship the Reapers and attack organics?
There is a non-zero probability of error.
Then blow them up. We have a chance to end this. I won't waste it.
Exacto. A tomar por culo y punto.
Anti-matter-magnetic bonding mechanisms. Done. Recommend withdrawal to Normandy.
Pues let go, ¿no? Hemos dicho. 3 minutos. Johnny Maguette. Pues GG. Ah, damos por culo Get. Soy el anti-Get número 1. Me he cargado aquí una cantidad inhumana de Get. A tomar por culo. Vale.
Commander, Tali just went to have a chat with Legion. You better get down to the AI core.
I'm on it, Joker.
Vale, parece que están hablando.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here. I caught Legion scanning my Omni tool. It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Creators performed weapons tests and were discussing plans to attack us. We believed it necessary to warn our people.
We weakened the Geth by destroying that base, Shepard. But there's still a threat. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet.
Creator Tali Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
You can't let this happen, Shepard. I trusted you, and I worked with a Geth on the team, but this is too much.
Tiene razón los dos. Tiene razón los dos. Basta de tonterías. Aquí mando yo. Y como me tocáis los huevos, os expulso los dos.
Look at you. Both of you. This is exactly what the Reapers want. Tali, of course the Geth are worried about your people. You want to destroy them.
It's not that simple.
And Legion, what the hell were you thinking? Are you trying to undermine this entire operation?
We did not intend to decrease operational efficiency.
We are on a mission. You can either fight at my side or get crushed under my heel. But you will not stand in my way.
To facilitate unit cohesion, we will not transmit data during Creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
¿Cómo se han cagado? Se han cagado. Se han cagado. Vale, pues nada, ahora sí que sí, señores. Creo que estamos en disposición de decir que creo que ya no hay más conversaciones aquí. Vamos a hablar con Legión, creo que la última conversación ya.
Shepard,
like to find out more about you.
Topic.
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where did you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
Pues nada, señores. Legión tiene un trozo de armadura mía. Hay más Geth implicados, eso fue hace años.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only mobile platform beyond the veil. Organics fear us. We wish to understand, not incite. One platform was judged sufficient.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only organics fear us. We wish to understand.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Theros, Novaria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your hard suit.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
So why didn't you fix it sooner? Or with something else?
No data available.
Se la ha puesto porque tenía un agujero y la ha molado.
Shepard.
¿Algo más?
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
Vale.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Todo esto lo hemos visto ya, ¿no?
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged. Shepard.
What happens to the heretics now?
Many heretics remain in isolated systems. It is not impossible for them to rebuild.
There's still a chance they could attack again?
The probability is low. If so, it would take many years.
Vale, pues nada.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Ya hemos terminado de hablar con Legión, por lo menos ahora. Lo mismo luego cuando avancemos un poco en la misión principal, pues tiene algo más que decir, pero de momento ya está. Y tenemos que hablar con Tali, ¿no? Que es así la única que nos falta. Vamos a hablar con Tali. Me quedo con Mosca porque me falta una mejora de... Me falta una mejora de metralleta, no, con Miranda no. Mucha comida a los peces. Me falta una mejora, amigos. Y me va a rayar eso todo el viaje, pero bueno, es lo que hay. Pero es que lo que os digo, es que he ido a todos sitios. En principio lo deberíamos de tener. Lo mismo me la dan después en el principal. Porque si no, no lo entiendo. Así que nada, voy a hablar con Tali. Y a ver qué pasa.
Gabby, you'd say the Normandy is a she.
Venga, Tali.
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she. Tally's definitely a she.
What are you getting at, Kenneth?
I'm just saying I'm feeling a wee bit threatened here. A lot of female energy, and I'm just one man.
You're such a dick.
See? Look where your mind went. I've got to watch out for myself.
Vale, tontería. Vamos a hablar con Tali.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Amiga.
Have you got time to talk?
Hola, amiga.
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little bushtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
Yo también confío en ti.
I appreciate the thought, Tally, and I feel the same way. But you don't have to prove anything to me.
I know. Well, not that I know, but I didn't mean it like that. It's a, wow, it's really hard to say.
Está nerviosa.
That the tradition also signifies a willingness for, intimacy. I wasn't trying to... It's not always like that. It's more... how did we even end up talking about this?
¿Estás ligando conmigo? Vamos a preguntarle eso.
Wait a minute. It sounds like you're suggesting something, Tally.
What could I possibly be suggesting? I mean, a young woman gets rescued by a dashing commander who lets her join his crew and then goes off to save the galaxy? How could she possibly develop any kind of interest in him?
Me interesa el tema, me interesa el tema.
You have nothing to be embarrassed about, Tally. I feel the same way about you.
Really? I didn't know... You never... Well, good. Anyway, I should get back to work. But thanks for coming by and talking.
Como que tienes que volver al trabajo, no me cortes el rollo ahora.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I've got some work to do, but I haven't forgotten what we talked about. Later, maybe?
Tengo algo que hacer, pero no he olvidado lo que hablamos. Más tarde quizás. Venga, va.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Vale, pues nada. Tally tiene rollo, ¿eh? Tally tiene rollo. Ya sabéis que para mí es una de las mejores. Y vamos a hacer las investigaciones que nos quedan. Y ya os digo, creo que me falta una. Creo que me falta una. Amigo, ¿tienes algo que decir?
Shepard, how can I? Perhaps later. Try anything. We'll be here if you need me.
Pues nada, chavales, yo creo que ya... Yo creo que ya tenemos todo terminado. Vamos a hablar con Joker. Joker, ¿algo que decir?
Good hit on those Geth, Commander. You know, Legion's still wandering around the ship if you want to.
Si quieres terminar el trabajo, mata a Legión, ¿no?
Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
Venga, pues nada.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yo creo que ya... No sé si ir a algún planeta a buscar eso, pero lo dudo mucho. Es que creo que lo hemos comprado todo, ya te digo. Así que nada, vamos a... No sé, ir a la ciudadela a ver si me he dejado algo.
The IFF is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
Vale, van a probar la nave. Almirante, ¿eh? Has estado indagando a la ley. Quería que supieras que has descubierto algunas cosas. Si lo hubieses compartido conmigo, la humanidad habría disfrutado de los sus beneficios. Pero no es así. Cuando termine mis propios experimentos, tú y yo... Los tuyos veréis dónde a distancia... Vale, este es un almirante de esto, ¿no? Vale, bueno, paso de leerte. Amigo, a tomar por culo. Me voy a